that tells me around the hospital that some come here with little monkey tails. Keep doing it, Pastor. The monkey is his relative. Only one is civilized, and the other is uncivilized. And that's a curse our people put on them, who refuse to listen to Moses.
Yes, sir.
They made him a monkey, made him to eat swine flesh, and he's called apes and swine in the Quran.
Yes, sir.
The Caucasian people. Of course, the real name you have known. Of course, Caucasian is their name too. But the real name is the devil.
Due to our conditioning and what we have been taught and what we believe, the subject of God or the reality of God is a lightning rod. I understand this very well. I believe nothing strikes us deeper at the core than the discussion of God. Well, I want you to consider the following. In the court systems here in America, they are set up theoretically to find out the truth of a matter. In the pursuit of the truth, both sides in a courtroom, pro and con, are allowed to present their case or theory or belief of their position. Just because either side disagrees with each other, they do not stop listening to each other or walk out on each other. In fact, the more one disagrees with the other, the closer he pays attention to the other side. I doubt very seriously that I alone can end the disagreement concerning God that's been going on for eons. I just want to state to you my belief or position. Number one, I believe that God is a man, a physical person that sees, hears, walks, and talks. The supreme being, not a supreme abstract spirit or ghost. In the Bible, in the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6 reads, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. Here David and later Jesus told the people that they were gods, but they were not the Most High God. In chapter 2 of Message to the Black Man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, a spirit is subject to us, and not we to the spirit. He also said, you look forward to seeing God or the coming of the Son of Man, a man from a man, not the coming of a spirit. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the black man or black nation write our history 25,000 years into the future, and then we live it. In chapter 55 of Message to the Black Man, he wrote, we make such history once every 25,000 years. When such history is written, it is done by 24 of our scientists. One acts as a judge or God for the others, and the 23 actually do the work of getting up the future of the nation. And all is put into one book, and at intervals where such and such part or portion will come to pass, the people will be given that part of the book through one among that people from one of the 12 major scientists, as is then called scripture, which actually means script or writing from something original or book. There is a significance to the number 24 scientists and the 25,000 years. The number 24 scientists is used in accordance with the hours in our day and the measurement of the circumference of our planet around the equator and in the regions of our poles, Arctic and Antarctic oceans. Our planet is not exactly 25,000 miles in circumference. It is 24,896. And we, according to astronomy, don't have a full 24-hour day, but near that, 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 46 seconds. The change made in our planet's rotation at the poles is about 1 minute per year and takes 25,000 years to bring about a complete change in the region of the poles. The actual poles are inclines 23 degrees to the plane of its orbit. The original black nation used 23 scientists to write the future of that nation for the next 25,000 years, and the 24th is the judge or the one God, Allah. So we see that the knowledge of God, the knowledge of wisdom of God never dies. It remains in the circle of the 24 black scientists who pass the knowledge down from father to son. But in chapter 5 of Message to the Black Man, we learn that, and I quote, the great arch deceiver, the white race, were taught by their father Yaqub 6,000 years ago how to teach that God is a spirit, spook, and not a man. In the grafting of his people, the white race, Mr. Yaqub taught his people to contend with us over the reality of God by asking us the whereabouts of that first one, God, who created the heavens and the earth, and that Yaqub said we cannot do. Well, we all know that there was a God in the beginning that created all these things, and do know that he does not exist today. But we know again that from that God, the person of God continued until today in his people. And today, a supreme one, God, has appeared among us with the same infinite wisdom to bring about a complete change. Now the supreme being, Allah, appeared to us in 1930 in the name and person of Master Fard Muhammad. He taught, raised, and sent the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to us as prophesied. In the Bible, in the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5 reads, Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Master Fard Muhammad departed from us in 1934. The Lord told Elijah that he would return, for the Son of Man must wait his time.
The God that comes after you, he would spend 3 years and a half in the midst of you, unobserved by the enemy, and that he would reveal himself to whom he will of you. And whom he revealed himself to, he would disappear after that. And he would go away and he would communicate with that one. And he in turn will communicate the communication of the God to you. And after 7 years, that one will return again. And when he returns, that will be the end of the world. And he will gather all those that believed and followed that messenger of his that he revealed himself to. He won't return to teach you. No. But will come after that people that believe in the word that he communicated to his messenger.
If one would open up such truth as the truth of God to the people, I do think that he's within his right to stay out of the sight of the people until he has won everything to himself, as the Bible referred for us to it like this, that he's something like a king looking for a kingdom, and that he go and he visit the people, and then he leaves the people and goes away and wait until the time when that he can secure the kingdom. Then he returns to the people that he had made himself manifest to. So I think that is a pretty good answer. Yes.
The majority of the people you meet today will tell you, if you ask them whether or not we are living in the last days, they will tell you yes. But I suggest to you that the time and reality of the judgment is not known to a lot of people. Concerning the judgment of the world, I will now turn your attention to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.